Today we start an exciting adventure in the Wandering Village. Why? To celebrate the full launch of this game. Version 1.0 of this game is coming out tomorrow on the 17th of July. This game actually indeed first released in early access a couple of years ago, and since then I received a couple of updates, also expansion to the consoles. It first released on the Xbox, and now as of tomorrow it will be also available on the Switch and on the PlayStation. And this is a game that is sitting at 90+% positive on Steam. The overall rating I think is 91%, but the recent reviews, after the latest updates, are actually at 98%. So this is really positive. And it's obviously not the most, reviewed game of all time, but it's also not reviewed by one person. It's reviewed by more than 5,000 people. So we can trust that review. And indeed, this is a game that I've, looked at in the past. I've played it, but never on the channel. Actually, it was a long time ago that I played it. So we're going to rediscover it together for this version 1.0. And to celebrate this, I also have several keys to give to all of you, my viewers. As always, I will tell you a bit later in the video how to participate in this free game key giveaway. But yeah, let's get started. The game has a sandbox, challenge mode, and the story mode. And it's great to see that there's also two difficulty levels, the normal one and the hard one if you really want a challenge. We have the tutorial too, right, to get started. You can even customize, the huge beast, Onbu, that you are on. You have different colors, you need to unlock these in the future. But yeah, and we can change even the name if we want to. Okay, let's get started.
Driven from our homes by the toxic spores, we kept wandering, looking for shelter. But not in our wildest dreams did we imagine what we would find.
Ah, there you are. Good to see you, my friend. It's an elder, right? And she has a mask there because indeed the story is that the Earth, the planet, has been a bit destroyed by spores, by infection. After all the years we've traveled, all the hardship we've endured together, who would have thought we'll run into an Onbu of all things? It's truly amazing, isn't it? We might be the first human to have seen one in a couple hundred years. But the poor thing seems exhausted and has gone back to sleep for now. I thought that they slept underground, but the poisoning of the soil must have woken it up. I wonder if it can even sustain itself up there. But if we can take care of it, it might take care of us in turn, right? So it's a symbiotic relationship between that beast and us, where we're gonna create a city on its back. But if push comes to shove, we might have to prioritize our own well-being. Oh, that's not good. To ease the transition, I could teach you a little of what I've learned. Tutor you even. A tutorial, so to say. What do you think? Indeed, let's do this. So as I said, right, we are on, the back of this beast over here. And we see the map. We're going to be moving on the map, right? We're going to be moving. There's also going to be different biomes. We can see the time over here. And yeah, we are over here with a couple of people. There's of course different resources, like this is a tree for wood, obviously, right? This is a clay deposit, this is rocks for stone, right? So there's gonna be all of those things. We are going to follow quickly the tutorial, right? So that you can see what this has to offer, and then play as long as we can survive, because this is indeed a survival game. And by the way, if you don't like the tutorial, but you like, to find a wiki, you do have one over here, right, where you can find details on many of the game mechanics, things like this. We can obviously move, right, with normal WSD. We can press space to pause. We can increase the speed, right, of the game with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're back to 1 speed, right? And we continue moving forward with the tutorial. We can zoom in very closely. It's not the most beautiful graphic, that's not the idea. I mean, it's a style, right? And by the way, I didn't mention, this is not the only game of these developers that you probably know. We have covered some other ones on the channel. For example, Terrascape last year was a cozy city builder puzzle, right? This year we'll also cover Airborne Empire. This is all from the same team, as far as I know. But yeah, let's continue diving in, right? Where, as I said, we can go into the Onbu view. So this is what the beast sees, and this is the world view, right? And we can also press numbers to quickly switch between those views. So that is great. Okay, now they're saying we need to start getting some wood. That makes sense, right? So place 2 wood cutting camps near trees. This will give you a steady supply of wood, but it will also clear those trees, right? So you need to be smart a bit about this. We want to get over here. You can see harvest tool, priority tool, disable destruction, and here you have the building menu with, of course, all of them. There's also some keys, right? B for the building menu. We can see here, this is my village, storage, we have food, and we have the raw resources. So the wooden cutting camp is over here. Now, I do think it'd be great to get a bit more space there, but we also want to make sure we have as many in range as possible. So here, sounds good. And another one, maybe more on this side. Here it is. Oh, no. Here. Okay. So we unlock, we unpause, and we have 2 builders that are going. They're taking a bit of tools to construct those things, and they're going to start building. You can see the cost over here is 3 tools. This one is 3 tools and 10 woods, for example, etc. Now we're gonna need to place some workers, right? To assign some workers by clicking on this one. They tell us to put 2 on each. So it is, we have 2 people going there. And for this one, we also want 2 people there. Okay, perfect. We will be able, by the way, in the future to deconstruct or move them. So don't worry too much about where you place them. Then we're gonna need a mining camp. We have the resources, we have 17 wood, right? Near some rocks. So let's see, we have quite a bit of rocks there. Yeah. Now I want to first clear maybe all of these to have a bit more space there. So it is, we've cleared these ones. We're gonna want to assign a couple of people there too. Perfect. And yeah, we're gonna want a material storage, of course, right? To put all of those resources somewhere. So let's go back now to my storage. I'm gonna put it over here next to it. Okay, we can accelerate the time, right, for them to start doing it. And I think we're low on resources. Yeah, here it is. We need 20 wood. We didn't have 20 wood yet, but they're slowly but surely getting them. You can see, by the way, the day is moving. We are at now almost at midnight of the first day. We're constructing this. Perfect, done. And here we can see my limits now, right? 75 for most of those resources. Good. Now build a berry gatherer near the berry bushes. So food, we have the berry gatherer. It's gonna take some wood, and we need to also find the berries. Right? So where is there some berries here? We have a few there, a few here, but that's not a lot. Where else? Am I blind? Oh, here there's a few more. Yeah, this is quite a bit more. This is a bit far, but I think we're gonna do it because this is a lot of berries. I like it. Alright. Oh no, there was some here. Sorry, my bad. Maybe let's move it right. We can't move it while it hasn't been built, but I could cancel it because we haven't really spent anything yet. So instead, let's take this one. Next, after assigning 1 worker over here, and by the way, we don't have that many left. We only have 3 workers left that are free. We need to do the clay. So clay, there was a lot here. There's also a lot over there. But maybe we continue cleaning, this space there. And it's close to my warehouse too. We're gonna want to assign 2 people to it. Costs quite a bit of resources, you can see, but good thing is we still have a few, except tools. We're gonna need to start making some tools. We can also, from time to time, accept or find new villagers. We're gonna see this notification over there, right? There's 2 nomads that we found. I guess they found us because we're not moving. they found us, and in the future we may find people, so we can accept them, right, by just clicking on it. Sometimes obviously you don't want to do it because maybe you can't feed your people, but at this time, you know, I was just saying that we had not a lot of workers, so it's good to have gotten a few new people. And yeah, then we're gonna want to get into research for sure, right? So the research building is over here. It's gonna cost again quite a lot of resource, but yeah, we don't really have a choice. Let's put it here. What is that? A pile of berry. Okay. We have a bit of food for our people. I guess that's good. That's good. And yeah, this is pretty much everything we have unlocked right now, except the tent. So they're bringing resources slowly but surely. We have enough stone now, the clay. Again, you can see all of those resources there. We can filter for different types of resource in the future, because we're gonna unlock, of course, a lot more than just, you know, these 5 resources over here. And yeah, we're not there yet, so let's give it a second. I am on speed 4. We are already on day 2, by the way. My happiness is pretty good right now. It's the beginning of the game. The health of the Onbu is also pretty good. We'll talk about this in the future. But yeah, come on. We may want soon to have more than, you know, one of these. But at the same time, I don't really have a lot of people right now. So I don't really have a choice. I could reduce, I guess, a bit my wood, potentially. I'll put one more there, because we're very low on it. And then let's assign, you know, workers over here. We have assigned 3 workers, and now there is no more free workers. So that's not good, right? That means we should probably take somebody out of something. We need to research also air well. So we press T. You see, this is the first one there. And, you know, there's quite a lot, right? It's going to take us some time to get to the end. Of course, it gets also harder and harder. But for now, don't really have a choice. We have the first one over here. It's going to extract water from the air. It works better at higher humidity level. Makes sense, obviously. And no water will be produced in the desert, which we are in now. That's fine. That's fine. We can see it. Oh no, we're in the mountains. Sorry. The mountains. And oh, are we moving? Yes, we are moving. Look at this. So we're moving. We're gonna move towards here. Alright, so Onbu has decided to start moving now. We can also see at the top, right, the research being done. It's almost finished. If you click there too, right, we can see the advance. So that's great. A couple of workers. What's happening over here? Oh, we have not enough resource. We've used basically all of the berries that were over here. Right, they need to regrow basically. So that is not great. But yes, we have now unlocked at least the air well. So let's get building this side, I guess. It's gonna take again some resources, wood, and some stone. We have some good resource of all of these. It's good to have a couple of workers, obviously, to do this. By the way, we should probably start the next research right away, which probably the water tank. Unfortunately, it does require some water to start it, so we cannot actually start that one. So do we start the other one in the meantime? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, and yeah, really cool to see us moving around. We can see that the Onbu is actually hungry. He wants some food, so we're gonna need to give him food. Assigning somebody to the well first. So we produce, you know, 5 of water right now. Okay, we want to research the farm. We're actually already doing this, so that's fine. We're gonna have 2 nomads arriving soon. We have 1 building with a red flag. The clay deposit. Oh, there's no more clay in range. That is not great. So we can delete this one, I guess, and build a new one somewhere else. There is a bit, and we had some over here. Okay, maybe we start with these guys here. Okay, one at a time. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, it is. The research is done. Right? So with that, we can disable the building if we don't want, you know, to do anything. If we don't want to have those 3 people there, right? We can disable it. Now we have 3 people, you know, to be able to do something else. We could also put them back, but this is the tutorial. Let's follow it a bit. We have now the farm, right? To plant crops. So we're gonna want to do that for sure. I'm gonna put it in the center there. Have a bit of space, and they want us to assign 2 workers at least. Could potentially, oh no, wait, yes, no, this is fine. I put it on the grass. You don't want to put it here, you want to put it on the grass. That's the important thing. So it is, we have now done it, and so we can assign some plots, right? So we can add some plots, for example, like this, right? And now we're going to start making some food over here. Okay, then they want us to make some roads. How many people we have over here? So this is going to consume some water, of course. Right now they're going to plant some beets. Okay, it's fine. I could put a bit more. Let's go. Go crazy. Okay, so they want us to build some roads. Dirt roads. We can connect, for example, this to that, maybe to those 2 here. Alright, so they're gonna build the roads. Comes that way, you know, it's easier to transport all of the resources. And remember, this is a survival game, so like most survival game, while you can create buildings, you can also harvest things. For example, I could harvest this tree over here that are a bit in the way, alright, so that I know I get those resources. I can also prioritize, you know, where my people are working. So for example, I can say, right, that the farm is really priority number 1, or that this here, to cut this tree here, is priority number 1. It's important to click to have our happiness, you know, high. So we can see my happiness right now. They are getting a bit of food, but they're homeless, so they're not happy with that. That makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't be happy either. So let's start building some tents. And by the way, if you press shift, you'll be able to press to build multiple of the same thing. So let's do that over here. Creating 5 tents. We're gonna get a few more people just now. Done. I do have 7 people now, so we can probably restart, you know, some research. Like the water tank. Oh, we don't have, still don't have water? Strange. That's strange. It harvest a wild mushroom. Oh, some vegetation such as mushroom and herbs will occasionally grow on small cluster on his back. So keep an eye out and you know, get them. So for example, we can see a few over here, right? That they want us, I think, to get. Next, they suggest that we research the horn blower, because that's going to help us to talk with the Onbu, basically. Where is it? It is over here. 50 of wood. That's expensive, but yeah, we don't really have a choice. Need that. Okay. I really don't have a lot of water though. I wonder if we want to put another air well. Like over here. It's gonna take, you know, only 1 person to work there. And yeah, we're doing that research. We're gonna get a few people in 1 hour. Perfect. So let's take them. That we still have a few workers. We have houses. So my people are okay, right? If we look over here, they are now a bit happier, but some of them are still homeless. So we may want, you know, to build even more houses. So what we can do is basically pause this one, put 1 person there, build a few more tents. And then we're gonna want to build the horn blower. Used to issue command to Onbu, which it may or may not follow, because yeah, it's not like you control him, right? It's more like we're gonna need to have a symbiotic relationship with it. So yeah, let's go and build it. Oops, wrong button, sorry, my bad. We need to place it, you know, close to his face. That makes sense, right? So let's put it over here. Done. Okay. What else? So we have now 2 of these producing water, hopefully. We're making food, but it seems to go down actually, right? But we're starting to make some beet too. So that's cool. We have a couple of mushrooms that were here. And do a quick check to see if we see other mushrooms growing anywhere. No. So let's assign also a worker here. Yeah. And we can now give Onbu any own command. Right? So let's see. We can show interaction of lie down, walk, or run. So maybe we can say, hey, take a break. And then he has accepted my command this time. That's good. That's good. So he's gonna take a break. Why did he take a break? Well, you know, to rest, and also maybe you don't want to go into a different place, right? You want to stay here, don't want to change biomes. It's a shame that we missed that, by the way. But anyway, that's fine. That's fine. Next is the carpenter. So let's see. They want us to research the carpenter, which is where? Over here. 75 wood. We don't have enough wood. Okay. So let's put a few more people on wood. Where was my second wood? Here at the top. Okay. Oh, we can potentially build a third one. No, I only have one person not doing anything. So we're gonna wait a bit. We have what? Still a few people that are homeless. But again, I don't have a lot of resource right now, so maybe we wait a bit. How much was it? I forgot the research. 75. Okay. Here it is. The research is starting now. A couple more people, great. But that's really not that many. Okay, so I mean, again, you can see this is at the start a basic survival game. You need to set up your production chains. Some resources will disappear, some resources will, you know, regrow with time. Some of them will also be kind of permanent. So we'll see that in the future. But the cool, really, you know, interesting thing is really this concept of you are on this giant beast and we're gonna move around, and so that's gonna change again the biome and things like this. Someone wants to talk to me, so let's check that out. My friend, have you heard the rumor going around the village? Some people are growing concerned about a strange pile of rubble. Oh, what is it? There seems to be something buried there. It's hard to tell what it is. I don't know about this. Maybe it was buried for a reason. True. Aren't you curious? I'm a bit, but I'm also worried. Clears the strange rubble. So they're talking about this one over here, right? We need to harvest it to see what will come out of it. Okay, and in the meantime, we're still researching our carpenter. It's almost finished. Okay, but yeah, we sent our people here right now. So let's construct a carpenter into where was it? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna take basically the wood to make some planks. So it's good to put it maybe next to my wood here. I don't have a lot of space though. Maybe we put it here for now. We can always move it later. Okay, are they finished? No, they're not finished. They're working on it. Right, collecting some resources slowly but surely, some clay and some stone. The key question is, what will they find below, right? We are, by the way, going to restart moving, I guess. What was happening? Oh, he's sleepy. That's fine. That's fine. What else? I need to assign somebody to it. We could potentially do our next research, but no, we don't have a lot of wood. I really feel like we should probably have another woodcutting camp. Let's go. Let's go. Research Onbuologist. So they do want us to do another research, which is all the way there. Ooh. So 5 planks, 10 mushrooms. So we need to find those mushrooms. In the meantime, maybe we can do simpler things like this one here. Alright. What else? Yes, we need to make sure we find mushrooms. Here it is. There are some mushrooms. And those mushrooms, right, they're going... Oh, this one is going to decompose, right? So we need to make sure we also put a high priority on it by clicking here, right? And setting this high priority to them. Good. So instead of, you know, destroying this or instead of building something else, they're gonna go here. Oh, there's actually many mushrooms. I missed it. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Oh, these ones are still growing. It's fine. Oh, what is happening? There is a warning. You currently have several buildings that have raised warning flag to notify that something is wrong. Click on the widget to see what you can do, right? So we have 2 of them to be precise. This one is missing, you know, workers. That's easy to fix. This one is what is the problem? We have nothing to gather, right? So the clay needs to regrow. It's dry. So I guess to resolve it, we just pause it, you know, for now. And so what you can do is either, you know, keep moving them from places, or you can, you know, also put less people so that it regrows as quickly as you take it, or you know, you have multiple, like, you know, I can have one here and one there, and when this one is paused, I make this one work, and when the other one is paused, you know, vice versa type of thing. So we'll see how we manage this. But yeah, this is some good progress we're doing. This will take them some time to clear that for sure, unless I put more people on it. We have at least gotten some mushrooms, so that's great. There's a couple of people here. We have finished the water tank, so let's maybe build one. I know it's costing some wood. Yeah, maybe we don't build it right away, but at least we have it researched. Okay, so let's continue our research. We could potentially do this one very soon, right? This is just a few more planks, 2 more planks to be precise. So I can click on it and they will start it as soon as they have the resources, which is just 1 more plank. You can see this guy right here. I may want to have a road to help with the transfer of wood here. So let's go and do that. There. Good. We have a lot of herbs there, by the way, that we may want to gather in the future. Good. This is regrowing, that's fine. Not enough resource available. The berries. There's only 1 person working there. Okay, what else? They're still clearing here. It's taking a bit of time. Doing our research. I do still have quite a few people that are homeless. So yeah, we have a bit of wood. Let's go. Let's go expand my city over here. Good, good. Third road. I like to have roads. Makes everything cleaner, don't you think? Okay, so now let's build it. The Onbu. It gathers knowledge about it and creates Onbu nuts. It will take 10 planks, but we can place it and just wait, you know, for it. Thinking over here. In the future, we can have a road going all the way there. We're gonna assign 1 person to it in the future. Okay. Cool. The rubbles. Yeah, we're almost there, right? Only 12 left out of the 50. A couple more people have joined. So that's gonna help me, you know, to make this even faster, to then make those tents and things like this. We could go and do some more research. Let me see. Like the pantry, yeah, to have more reserves of food stored. Okay. Move any camp. right? If any of your woodcutting camp or mining camp doesn't have access, it will raise a flag. You can then move it. So if we look over here, for example, at this wooden camp, right, we've cut all the trees here, so we can move it a bit further. Maybe we move it. We have one there already, so maybe more here at the bottom. Okay, and we can expand this road here too. Good stuff. Here it is. What is below? Oh, interesting. It appears to be an ancient structure, some kind of tower. What do you make of it? Interesting indeed. In all my years, I've never seen anything quite like it. Or maybe, no, couldn't be. Either way, it seems to be in remarkably good shape given its age. The foundations are intact and many of the other parts look usable as well. Ooh, we might be able to repair it. Our resources are limited. But dear, isn't not knowing the exciting part? So we may be able to complete this, right? This is not urgent. We can take our time to do it. But if we want, right, we'll be able to potentially repair it. It will cost some stone slab we don't have yet, but also some wooden planks. So anyway, first indeed, we need to get there. Okay, this is being constructed, perfect. So now we're going to gather, right, some Onbu nuts. These are helpful for some research of the Onbu. We need to research and construct the pantry. I mean, good thing that I already did it. Potentially put it over here, right? Next to the farm over here. Good. What else? Next research we may want to do. We may want to do so many different things we have now going forward. Maybe we just wait a second to see what they want us to do. We have 2 warnings. This is the air well. What's the problem with this air well? I think the problem was just that it was full of water. So let's build a water tank. I guess over here. Expand this road a bit more. Done. Good. Okay. And by the way, maybe we do want to destroy a bit this road here to make it clean. Okay, good. Research the stonemason, construct the stonemason. So that's clear. We're gonna use our stone to make to transform into stone slab. It's over here. We have a lot of stone, so perfect, not a problem. Onbu is moving. Oh, there's some rain, interesting there. This is a peaceful one. Here we have some mushrooms. Okay, we have a settlement here, but we can't access really any of those things right now. We don't have what it takes. How many people are still problematic right now? 6 homeless. So let's build again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We could repair a bit, right? Give those wooden planks. I mean, we only have 9, so let's wait a bit. What's the problem here? This is still the berry problem. Okay, it's fine. What else? Few more people. Research. So we've done the stonemason. We're gonna build in a second. In the meantime, no, I don't want to do that. Corn plantation, tomato, cactus. Okay. Landscaping, discipliner. No, not right away. Feeding trebuchet, feeding the Onbu. Yes, that's gonna be important because remember he was pretty hungry. So we're gonna want to feed him. That's the problem with this. Oh, there's no more stone there. So let's move. Maybe here for now. It's not that far, but that way we gather a few more. Okay, stonemason. So let's go. It is over here. And this over here. Fine. Done. And here we can expand. Future 2. Couple of mushroom there. Maybe we try to get them. Oops, not these guys. You can uncut if you want. Get the mushrooms instead. We need to assign somebody here. to the stonemason. Oh, we have certain actions like encountering an event, right, will place a different kind of effect. So we need to see what this effect is. The effect being right now that it's raining, right? That's the effect. So let's check out what is the impact of that effect on us. We see it over here, light rain falls and raises humidity. So I'm guessing these guys here are gonna be perfect. Yes, they produce more than before. So instead of producing 5 in 4 hours, they're producing 5 in 2 hours and 30 minutes, 39 minutes. So that's great, that's great. Next, we're gonna want to do the scavenger. So with this, we're gonna be able to start scavenging things on the map, like for example over here, over there, etc. So that really brings another big thing on the map. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a good end for this first episode of the campaign of the Wandering Village. Remember, this game is coming out on version 1.0 tomorrow. Tomorrow on the 17th of July, the game is finally releasing as full. And this is the version that you can see here, both on PC but also on some of the consoles. So don't hesitate to check that out. I will put the Steam link in the video description below. And more importantly, I want to give you a chance for a free key. I have several free keys to give away. So if you post in the comments below that you want a free key and your thoughts about this game, your name will be entered into the giveaway. Obviously, you can still leave comments even if you don't want to participate. But if you want to participate, please tell me. Say, I want to participate. I want a key in the comments below. And yeah, a couple of days later, I will do a draw and give those keys away to some of you. Thank you for watching. Smash like button and I hope to see you next time.